Good afternoon. It's Grandma. It's Rana here, and I thought I would do a little um, diamond painting chat along. Anyway, on my pretty little kitty, because that's that kind of a day. Yeah, and I'm betting those are maybe going to be sunflowers in the back. Look, these you can sort of see in the back that they. I don't know if I'm pointing the right direction. These little things. Oh, I can't even see where this is. There it is. These things may be like sunflowers. I'm not too sure. Or those little, what do they call them? Ranunculus? I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Anyway, I just thought I needed some cheering up with all the colors and dreary things going on in the world today that it might help. So let's see, the color I'm going to be working on is all the DMC numbers. Everything is so clear on here. Look how clear this drill field is. Like, yeah, I'm looking at it through my iPad, so I'm going to have to kind of figure out where I'm at so I can show you. The Q, which is there, is where I'm going to work on because this is a little, doesn't have enough for it to keep going, so I don't have to change colors and stuff. And it's this pretty... where's my camera facing? I think color 3. These aren't numbered. I'm going to go and put some labels on them later so I don't get, sometimes I get confused. But that's the Q is number 20. So it's would be 3765 in thread. And I do have a book somewhere that has all the DMC numbers, you know, and all that kind of thing. Yeah, it's kind of dark today, so it might not show up all that well, but it shows up kind of bluey on here. Maybe the light will help if I turn the light a different way. No, not really. Oh, well. Anyway, so we'll start it. I tend to work from the bottom up, and I have my little thing folded, which when I cover it back up again, it's not a big deal. I don't use cover minders. Just something else I have to keep track of, and not to mention the fact that I always lose little things like I just use the regular pen with a squishy on it because I have really short fingers. Oh, you can see my little handy here, all gnarly. And I find these are good enough because my fingers just don't like big fat pens or anything. So with the squishy on it, and then if I lose it, it's not a big deal. Which if I bought a nice one, you wouldn't believe how many pens I've lost over the years. It's crazy. So now I have to figure out how to do this. Aha. It's way at the bottom. Maybe I should start. No, I'll start down here. Get my big fat hand in the way. Okay. Oh, I got 2 at once, which is okay. Another thing I don't do is multi-placing. I'm not very good at it now because I have shaky hand and it does not work. So, wish this didn't jiggle so much. Sorry about that. I'm trying not to. I think it's because this is on a tray and the tray is kind of jiggly there. So we'll try and get this adjusted properly somewhere so you're not looking at something boring. So maybe I will start up there and just try and work my way down so it's easier to see. I guess not. So what's everybody been up to today? Just trying to organize my scrapbook room, and I was so happy when Geared Up for Crafting is back, and they're having a little craft along, and it's free, and there's no there. I think they do have a prize. I think you just email them a picture of. They have every week once in a while. They have it called Bird Week. Way back when I first started listening to them. And I really enjoyed them because they did all sorts of different things, not just one thing. And between the two of them, it was quite a different setup with two people, that you can actually see. One day I'll get the courage and show my face. Yeah, but okay, let's see if we can get this going here. Oops, I can't see very well because I just can't figure it out where I'm supposed to be. Maybe I put it higher up. I have the same trouble when I make a, what do you call it? I do a thing for haven't got the knack of where I'm putting it yet. So we'll get there. The more you practice it, the better you get. Oh, it's hard to see. There, hang on. Just not used to doing it, that's all. We'll get there. There. The more you practice, the better you get. Anyway, so I've got Bird Week with Geared Up Crafting. And they're Canadian as well, so support your local Canucks, right? And I think Dusty's Colored Art is Canadian too. If I'm mistaken, please let me know. But I try to remember all the Canadian crafters, so we'll announce them every once in a while on my channel just to give them a boost. And we're all in it together. And she didn't get that in the right square. Okay. Hang on to this so it doesn't shake so much. I have a little stand that I use, and it's just a little on the wibbly side. I might do it on the table next time. I avoid all this stuff. Oops. And thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm really relatively new at videos, and I'm not too sure how to edit anything yet. And what you see is what you get. I have to try sometimes a couple of times before I get it right, but people seem to be enjoying them, so I'm glad for that, and that's the main thing. And I try and do something different every day. And although mostly my focus is on cross stitch, because that's what I started doing before I started diamond painting for years. And I've only been diamond painting for about 3 years maybe. And yeah, you can see all the little bits of fuzz on the back. There's a cue there. Got it. And yeah, it's nice to do this because it gives me a break from cross stitch. And I don't like doing all things the same, like different things every once in a while. I switch out, depending. I used to do genealogy, and I'll have to. My room got in such a state when I got sick last 2 or 3 years. I kind of didn't go on the computer, my big computer, because I couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't handle it. I guess because my eyes were not very good, and I got them done about 3 years ago now, I guess. And I can see fine. So I'm trying to get everything back together again. And my genealogy family tree got a little bit disorganized. Yeah, I just, start saving things, and then I think, uh-oh, that's not the right document for the right person. They have to go back and delete things, and it can get kind of fiddly if you don't. If you go way back when, you have twice as many grandparents on each side. Like you have, every grandparent has a grandparent on each of them, right? So, you've got like a gazillion sets of grandparents after the 10th generation. It's, I get confused, and I think, oh yeah, no, I've done my husband's family tree. Tradewell is not that common a name, so that was really easy, and they all came from Broadmarsh, Yorkshire. And my family came from, I think I already told you, Devon, England, and London, and also from Ontario. The Dorlands were one of the first families that settled in the U.S. and came to Canada through the U.S. around 1600s. I think it was just maybe the ship after the Mayflower. They landed in New York Harbor, which was called New Amsterdam, I think, then. And they had to swear allegiance to the king and all that. And yeah, so then they came north, and some were Quakers and some were revolutionaries. So there was some Dorlands were on both sides of the fence way back when. And then, yeah, on my dad's side, they come from Scotland, and most of them moved because of religious persecution, which is, you know, fairly common in those days. Like it was either that or famine. Like in Ireland, it was famine. It wasn't, the famine was in the 1850s was because they bought up all the wheat and the grain and left their own people starving and sold the wheat and grain to other countries. Potatoes was the main crop, and the poor people in Ireland had to flee for lack of starvation. And it was the Ulsters and the Scots, and they lived on the border. Like my grandparents were Ulster Scot. So I really learned a lot about history then way back, and was able to get most of it before it came online. So there was, after it came online, you know, I got a lot of hits when I put my DNA in, and yeah, except my dad's side, I had a hard time figuring that one out. But you know, my mom's was easy because England, they kept track, but Canada, it was really hard before 1900. Although there is 1861, 1841 before census, before Canada became, there was Upper and Lower Canada, and mostly French speaking then. And yeah, I think I'm blathering. But anyway, that I find my genealogy kept me really busy when I was waiting to get my hip done. That was 2009, right when the Twin Towers collapsed, and I waited a year and a half to get a new hip, and it was December of that year, and I was in rehab for 2 weeks, and I came home and had more rehab after that, and it's been pretty good. So once in a while, if I don't move enough, it gets all cranky and stiff, but for the most part, I've had it for quite a while, you know, and I had a 212 replacement in my spine, down at the base of my spine. It's a rod, a plate, and 4 screws, so it's like, oh, goodness. And how straight am I going here? What's this one doing? There. It's hard to tell on here. Oh. I can't use multi-placing. It's too hard on my, shaky hand. I tried it. I've done it, and I just, by the time I get it on there and straighten all the lines after, I might as well just put them on. I get pretty quick at doing that. Not right now, though. So, just because I'm trying to not jiggle there. So, I don't know. How long have we been on for? Let's see. My thingy says, 15 minutes. So that's probably it for now. But there's my kitty, and look at all the nice colors I get to do next. Yay. So I hope, Sharon, that that you started yours. Let me know. You can send me an email. One of my email accounts, I have a couple. They'll get answered, hopefully, if I notice them. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. And yeah, may you always be in half an hour and Heaven before the devil knows you're gone. That's an old Irish, an old Irish blessing. Or the wind, may the wind be at your back and the sun be on your face. And yeah. Alrighty. So we'll see you maybe tomorrow, and I'll try and do a stitch along tomorrow. I'm really organizing my scrapbookings. I'm not getting a whole lot of progress, but at least I can find my table now. That's always a bonus. Okay, talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the afternoon.